big news. That confirmation there means that we know they're going to be making appearances all day long alongside the likes of Scram and Refsguard. On the other side, though, looks like MCSS, what's this, X Squeeze here is down alongside Kezix. Kezix is going to clutch up, though. The pickup will be able to come out. Who's putting shots in, though?
Relvis. He's sort of got an idea of what's going on here, and he says, none of this. I'm not letting you guys get the revive. Fortunately, or unfortunately for him.
The game number one to kick this off. They are fighting with their backs against the wall. When you put an animal in the corner, they tend to bite back. And here, Leshy's gonna find the first one. Save it now, trying to come on in, and Leshy's there to back him up. And it seems like the 2-for-1 special is gonna work out here. They're gonna find the conclusion. They're gonna find the elims that they need. And now they make their first bit of points here in the competition. Pleasant Park, though, is a drop spot that is contested, so you can see Save It and Leshy are playing this a scavenger route outside the major drop. That in its own, I don't know if it's ideal for a player like Save It, who tends to play better, fully comfortable. Leshy's a bit more of a savage, if you will. He's an animal with it. He'll jump in your box for whatever he can muster up. We'll see what happens there. Deceptos and Floki, though, in a fight here. Looks like this is a French clash, if you will, in Lazy Lake.
Yeah. The French boys are at it. And I think a lot of this is, you know, Storm Surge related, right? Players understanding, look, there's going to be a Surge. I don't want to have to deal with Surge. Let's get those issues out of the way.
Let's see here. Deceptos looking to take these walls. He wants to inch his way in. There it is. He got what he was asking for. Into the box he goes with Leo. Leo, best him in the shotgun exchange, and down goes Deceptos. Floki now trying to step into the mix here. Let's see what he's got. That's one tag. Can he get the second here now? 4ZR steps in as well. It's just back and forth. It's not looking good for Floki. Should be all she wrote here is 4ZR and Leo now working with one another to find out Floki. Floki boxed up, working between the builds, and there it is. Down he goes. Out of the game. Storm Surge secured here now for Leo and 4ZR, who are at 88 points in the competition here, a top 10 team. And so far, so good for Vidil and Noah. Benji and Savage trying to make up for their losses in the previous round. They needed Surge early on. Swaps and Edison can see the fight going on here. They want to jump into the mix. This is a messy fight here now, and Savage has to go all the way to low ground here with Benji. They have to heal up, and luckily the Chug Splashes will allow them to do so. Vidil's on the other side of the wall, though. They're not giving this up. Tayson and Thomas looking in from Salty Towers. They can see this as well. What a fight we're looking at already.
This is exactly what I want to see. This is exactly why I call these guys yin and yang. No Riley and Vidil completely put Mr. Savage and Benji on the back foot. You saw, right? Vidil and O'Reilly, they quickly take Benji out of the fight for a second, right?
Indeed. Proving that he's at the top of his game. They're going to find DKS with a big opening snipe there, and it seems like DKS falls. Mirza can't get the quick save. Mirza could not get the quick save, and there it is, the instant thirst that we talked about. Absolute domination on the quick pick there. Mirza's running. Yeah, not only that, looks like Andretta and Flois end up putting some tags in as well, possibly spotting this opportunity, but no, they're going to back out. Chapik's going to go ahead and cut off Mirza now. And they are jumping on this fight. This is a bit of a storm fight, though. This can go backwards. Hen gets sniped from a third party in the distance. And this is looking like it could be a throwaway, but it's still a big chance and opportunity to find this extra 5 points. They already found some. There it is, finally into the box they go with the 81 tag. Oh no, Hen gets punished so big there. Does have to heal now, digging into the fish.
The loot that they have is shambles after that fight with O'Reilly and Vidil, and so even though they're fine with Surge, they want to take this fight because they want the better loot, they need the better materials to get a potential refresh. Sturskix and ETQ won't be easy though. Sturskix actually a former teammate of mine from way back in the day. Seeing he's moved on to much better things, Monster, wouldn't you say?
Hey man, listen. Two different sides of the coin here, but I do agree. No, let's see. Listen, that's good, man. It's cool. Obviously, you've been around the EU scene for a long time now, my friend. You've watched a lot of your friends develop as well. You put head on the map for me, right? And things of that nature. So these are definitely interesting times, though. Savage jumps into the box. They find Stormy right immediately, who had single-digit HP there. And now Waffler and T-Peach lose all that hard work they put in here. Wow. They have to. Orb has to. He's 89 damage below. They need to take this battle. So does Savage and Benji, and they walk in and they find another set of eliminations here. That's a whole 2 for them. Make it 3. Make it 4. Benji's elims are racking up here. And look at that. From a single elim rotating in, now up to 5. A 25-point swing already, and the end game hasn't even arrived. That was just a taste of what they have to offer the mid and early instances. Now, though, was it enough to get them everything that they need to win this round? I dare say so. Here, though, Kylix and OVA's X8 is under so much scrutiny. Look at the shots coming in here. Kylix can't stay there and wait it out. It costs him so much material. Oh, no. Oh, there goes the side edit from Kylix. Chapix is here. Chapix is finding himself something that he needed. No hen, but still does manage to find some points here. What an exchange we're watching unfold before our eyes. Oh, Blackie and Clement getting in the mix as well. This is crazy now. Savage is now showing up. 6 elims, 7 elims. They're still going, Levin.
And now with that, right, Benji is just 5 more eliminations from hitting the 100 mark.
Wow.
Maybe this will be the game to do it. You know, finally in a position where they don't have to worry about Surge. And so now they can just stick to those solid endgame fundamentals that they do possess.
Look at this. He's going to go with the rotate around the outside. You saw Tayson and Thomas there still alive, trying to make their move. Savage and Benji trying to do their best to keep up one another. These peppers make it so that you can travel so fast here. Not even taking the risk now. It's gonna full tarp in. No cheap plays for them here. Snappy as a solo on the outskirts. Gonna keep his distance from them, rightfully so, as he should. Noah and Vidil still alive as well. Saw a glimpse of their name underneath. Kiko manages to pull the half in, half out. We already knew they had this high ground off of the edge here of the fortress. Leshy and Savid finally make a big appearance here into game 2 after a disappointing game 1. If you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, this is the grand finals. This is only the 2nd game. Noah and Vidil playing for height once again here, though. Levin, they want to win.
They do want to win. High ground is where they are most comfortable. And Aqua and Stompy aren't here to do anything about it, but Slender and Kiko are. Well, maybe that was the wrong decision for them, because Slender gets absolutely wiped out. Kiko's nowhere to be found, nowhere to be there to support. And I'm sure Slender won't be happy about that. Kiko now left as a solo, plenty above. Tayson and Thomas, you see the elevated positioning they're paying off. They're able to bounce their way in comfortably.
Here it is. Noah now is going to cut across. They know they've already taken one of the 2 out from the high ground team. Tayson still up on the outskirts there. Thomas trying to get his heal on. 2 elims for Thomas HD. Flois is getting contested. Savage is playing up for height. Benji's there to back him up. They're going for high ground, but wait a second. In the meantime, Kelphi takes advantage here alongside FRM 97 Genius. And now another team capitalizes on the distractions here, and they're putting in the AR pressure to maintain it. So many different squads trying to do their best job of holding high ground. We talk about new teams making appearances here in Dreamhack, and they're changing up the landscape. Savage getting pressured out right now. 8 elims for them. They do make an end game. 77 points from a disappointing game 1 mid-game fall to an end game pop-off already. Could this be an even bigger game for Mr. Savage and Benji?
It's definitely on the cards right now, Monster, but it's going to be a huge task. The hard materials do run thin, and so as Savage leaves the top, I will expect to see Benji looking for opportunities to maybe pick up an elim so Savage can siphon in the mats. So when they do find it, Benji now Just 4 away from hitting the 100 mark. That limb is big though. Gives them a bit more mats to work with as they rotate in. Trouble is inbound because they do go down here. And so not only is Tayson and Thomas who take them out, mid-game eliminations is their speciality, it seems. Tayson and Thomas picking one up. Thomas now with all 5 eliminations, and they're going to continue on the top.
Tayson and Thomas are fighting for the crown of who is the best in EU. Thomas proves that they have what it takes, but he's going to get taken out by the likes of Kinzel. The Frenchman steps up here, and now Tayson on the other side, left by himself. Let's see it. He finds Slicks though in the meantime, which means Rifle is also out of the competition. He finds his exchanges too. Actually, Rifle finds some others in the feed, but Kinzel and Wakey working one another. Genius and Kelpie still hold the high ground. Virox and Mexi make their way to endgame. Not bad for them as well.
Now it's going to be about whether Kelpie and Genius can close things out here, right? Nobody looks to be posturing towards taking height, so it's up to them to pick up as many eliminations as possible. Mexi goes down. That leaves Virox all alone. And it does seem like Thomas has gone down, and so that duo out of it. Wakey and Kinzel though posturing themselves to be that second place team, the team that challenges these guys on high ground. Both of them still alive and well and looking to try potentially take out Virox here. Virox is down to just white HP, no shields available. And so I can see it turning into a 2v2 here very shortly, but Virox might be a difference maker. But to which team will he be?
Yeah, it all comes down to who Virox wants to target at this instance, at this point here and now. Kinzel and Wakey have a realistic chance to take this all away. We've watched so many big clashes go down in this round here. Difference makers, game changers. Up until now, Kinzel is going to make quick work of Virox. That question has been answered. A free 5er for them. And now, Kinzel and Wakey in the low ground versus Genius and Kelpie up above. This is going the distance here. Genius can play for the heal off. The time to do it is now. You only have 1 moment, and there it is. He starts the med kit. It's going to be successful. Kelpie on the other side has to be cautious of how he gives away the tags here. Kinzel swings around. They have a heal opportunity of their own. Wakey goes down, denying the siphon here. Will Genius be able to find it is a true question. He comes in, cancels the heal, and Kinzel cannot get the heal off, but he wins the shotgun exchange, and Genius will fall. Kinzel forcing Floki potentially against Retail Rose Squad. On the other side though, there is a team over at the casual hall, so Leo putting shots into every direction that he needs to, looking for the surge tags. Now realistically, 4-0 and Leo, you don't want to take every fight, but Benji and Savage on the other side, they seem like they do. They don't care. They already have one here.
He's playing with Savage right now. Benji spots them and is looking for an angle for potential snipe.
Yeah, and that distraction might be just enough for Benji here. This is the focus from Saban and Leshy looking out towards Savage. Leshy is going to get tagged. The sniper shot was no good. And there, Leshy boxes up. Savage is going to look to double up with Benji here, and they do have a vehicle. Now the counter shots coming back from Saban and Leshy, all of which have to heal here. But it's not going to be the engagement we want. They're not going to give the fans the fight we're looking for. And instead, everyone is going to be looking to continue to extend their hold here, extend their position in the game, and play for a campfire, which is the smart thing to do here.
Even if it's the slightest, right? People make jokes about how in the EU you can take 1 lick of damage and God, whole team chasing after you. Swaps picking up that elim there.
This is important. So Swaps finds a knock there, but more importantly, Noah, Riley, and Vidil. Remember, this is their loop path. They fell to Swaps and Edison in the last round. As I say that though, Slicks gets sniped by Peach in the distance.
Precipitous going down now. Very similar to what we saw last game. Queasy actually goes down. I feel like he does a great job of creating space now, and that's going to be enough space for him to get the revive off. As Trulix does have to back off and look to pick up his fallen teammate. And Monster, it's taken them 3 games to get here, but now that they're here, you've got to favor them, right? You surely have got to favor them. We've seen them close out games from this position many a time. And so you see here now, They'll be licking their lips. They'll be happy about where they find themselves in this game. Will they be able to pick up even more eliminations to the 3 they have thus far?
Yes, we're gonna see if they can actually weather the storm now up here on height.
Oh, no.
We talk about teams in high ground don't find Elam's. Vidil looking to rewrite the narrative here. He's gonna find one, putting pressure onto option number 2 here. Peach and Waffler, Storm is on their back as well, making it all the more sweeter for them. And there it is, a perfect funnel right up above, and he's putting in all the tags, making it much, much harder for everyone up there. Here's Benji and Savage, 3 Elams now, 71, 46 damage below, even with 3 eliminations, showing you how active the lobby is. Here it is, they have to fight, and yes, they find one. Benji backs up his teammate, and Sir6 goes down. ETQ has to turn and burn here. He's gone. He's running. Savage finishes it off. Benji falls again, though. No. Found out by Milan from GXR. And there it is. He is gone, too. Now, Noah and Vidil working their way down a little bit as well. This is becoming a very, very good end game here. Thomas still manages to survive here.
So many duos still alive now, and so many eliminations being handed out. Let's picks up a couple and goes down himself. Snappy going down, leaving Milan all alone. Scram and Rest are still looking strong, but the difference maker here is Vidil and O'Reilly. Compared to the other high ground teams you've seen thus far, these guys are being way more aggressive, really forcing the engagements down below. They're looking to take their aggression out on Rifle and 6 now, the second height team. Wanted to really let these guys know, you guys need to drop down, you guys need to go down. Cammy now finding himself all the way on dead side low ground, looking to try salvage any placement points as a solo. Flokin Deceptos might get involved in that one though. So many players now. There you see, once a team tries to take height from these guys, they answer, they respond. Nobody can have high ground. They're making that very clear and picking up that elimination there. 5 now to their names, and that's not going to be the end of it.
No, it's a different type of high ground play style. They work their way top down and go person to person and knock on different doors. And they're trying to see who has what it takes to answer it, who's gonna open up, and if you're not gonna open up, they're gonna fire their way through. This is a different type of aggression, if you will, from height. They have the crown, they hold the throne, and they want to show that they're gonna push anyone outside the courts if they will. Here it is, Slicks tries to come on up, Rifle tries to come on up, and Rifle goes down. Noah gets punished in the process, but it doesn't matter. The deal is here to follow up, to back up his teammate. And the siphon will be enough to put them back in a dominant position. 7 eliminations now. Contradictory to the way other teams hold high ground. They don't just want to walk their way to the end. They want to earn their way to the end. They want to find as many Elams in the process. Here it is. Noah now comes all the way down to low ground. Pressure cooker in hand, ready to get the damage rolling here, 11. This is a very scrappy moment for them right now. And they're making good do with the high ground, with the pressure that they have in their pocket.
And you can see here, they're playing this out like they would any other game. They're so comfortable in these positions. You see O'Reilly dropping down with a max charge, and now he's actually got a bit overzealous.
Oh
he has no max. He actually goes down, and so the deal left in a 1v1 will clutch things up to take down Kezix.
Tayson and Thomas currently sitting pretty in second. But gents, what I want to ask, any names, any duos in the mix that you're surprised by in this top 10, possibly unexpected, maybe some new names for you?
Honestly, no. Every single duo in here is a, top world-class duo in their own right. Like,